That's at 8:30 this evening. Now on BBC Two, reckon you've got what it takes?
Welcome to the quiz show that demands nothing less than perfection. Behind this screen are 4 contestants who'll be hoping their knowledge is flawless, because one single mistake could give the game away. This is perfection. Hello and welcome to the quiz show where only perfect play is good enough. Behind me are the contestants. We call them the usual suspects. They're in our isolation room. In a moment, one of them will be randomly selected to join me here to play perfection. They'll then face a series of true or false statements. For example, if I said a British 50p coin has 7 sides, would you say that's true or false? Well, if you'd said true, I can tell you you'd be right. Answering true or false might seem easy, but if the contestant gets a single answer wrong, their opponents, the usual suspects, will be allowed into the game to capitalise on their mistakes. So, you know how the game works. Let's meet the usual suspects.
Hi, my name's Anthony. I'm a civil servant from Southport, and this is my first game.
Hello, I'm Barbara. I'm a retired teacher from Purton near Swindon, and this is my second game.
Hiya, I'm Mel. I'm a staff nurse from Nottingham, and this is my third game.
Hello, I'm Pete. I'm a seaside retailer from Weston-super-Mare, and this is my 5th game.
Welcome to you all, and best of luck as we now find out which one of you will be randomly picked to play perfection. Pete, it's you. Please come down and play perfection. Hello, Pete. Welcome to the game.
Thank you very much.
Excited to be down here?
I am.
Because you're up there a while, weren't you?
4 games.
Yeah. Weston-super-Mare, very nice part of the country.
Yeah.
Lovely big beach.
Yeah, I'm right on the seafront there with my shop.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. OK, look, Pete, it's now you versus the usual suspects. They were your teammates for quite a while. Now they're enemies. Look at them.
Yeah, I know. What a bunch.
Yeah. Their job is to stop you from winning the prize fund, because your failure will mean the prize money rolls over to the next game, where one of them could be sitting here playing for a bigger total. Every game on perfection is worth £1,000. Here's the good news. No one's won the last 3 games, so the prize fund currently stands at £4,000. So, what would you spend that on if you won it?
Well, my daughter's out in China working, so I'd take her sister out to surprise her.
Oh, that's nice. What's she doing out in China?
She's teaching.
Is she?
Yeah.
All right, look, good luck. Here's how the game works. You'll play 3 rounds and then a final. Every round that you achieve perfection will make the final easier for you. However, if your performance is anything less than perfect, the usual suspects will have the chance to step in and steal the round, making the final much harder. More of that to follow later. Usual suspects, we're going to switch you off for now, so you can't see or hear anything. Cheerio. Pete, you can now talk through your answers without giving away any vital knowledge, OK? Each round consists of 4 true or false statements. You'll be answering against the clock. You'll only have 45 seconds. And once you've given your answers, your first answer, they'll be locked in. Ready?
I'm ready.
Right. Let's play perfection. Your 45 seconds starts now. Japan was once a part of the British Empire.
False.
False. Kate Winslet appeared in Grange Hill.
False.
False. Female MPs can't wear trousers in Parliament.
False.
False. And finally, in the US, a realtor is an estate agent.
True.
True. And with over half the time left, you've answered all 4 statements. That felt as good a round as I've seen anyone do. You must be pleased with that.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Any guesses in there, or you were fairly confident on all of them?
I think I'm confident, but this is a tricky game to play, Nick.
All right, well, look, before we reveal exactly how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. Don't forget, they can now hear you. So, usual suspects, these are the 4 statements, and next to them are Pete's answers. Anthony, has he achieved perfection?
I think he has, Nick, yeah. Well done, Pete.
Wow. Barbara, do you agree?
I do.
Mel, do you concur?
Yeah, I'll concur, yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, a huge vote of confidence there from the usual suspects. It's the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements correctly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are right. Congratulations, Pete, you have achieved perfection. That's the way to play the game. Don't let them get a look in. Let's have a look at those answers in more detail. If the statement is true, it will turn green. If it's red, it's because it's false. Japan was once a part of the British Empire. True or false? Of course, we know that to be false. Never was. Kate Winslet appeared in Grange Hill. We also now know that to be false. She never did. We made it up. Female MPs can't wear trousers in Parliament. You said false. It is, of course, false. But it was actually forbidden, but the dress code was relaxed in the 1960s. In the US, a realtor is an estate agent. And you're exactly right. It is. Well, bad luck, usual suspects. He's not giving you much of a chance there, is he?
No.
Right.
Start.
Just have to sit and watch, it seems. Pete, as a result of that perfect performance, you made winning the prize fund a lot easier. And here's how. This is your final board appearing, and these 6 blank spaces need to be filled with subject categories. Behind each category will be a true or false statement, and you'll need to answer correctly all 6 to win the prize fund. Here are your final round categories, ranging through hospital dramas, castles, noddy, through to India and many more in between. Because you won the round, you've earned the right to choose 2 categories to add to the board. If the usual suspects had won the round, they would be adding 2 categories of their choice, trying to make your life harder in the final. So, which 2 do you want to take across into the final?
Well, as I like doing them, holidays, please.
Holidays is the first, and the second?
Sporting trophies, please.
Sporting trophies. And over that goes. Right, usual suspects. We'll see you in the next round. Maybe you'll get a look in then. In the meantime, cheerio. And away they go. Pete, you've made a great start to the game. Are you ready to carry on?
I am, sir.
Jolly good. In which case, let's play round 2. Your 45 seconds starts now. Tierra del Fuego is in South America.
True.
True. The Queen's Silver Jubilee took place in 1977.
True.
True. Trowel and Error is a book by Alan Titchmarsh.
True.
True. And finally, Les Paul was a pioneer of the electric guitar.
True.
True. And again, with over half your time left, you've answered all 4 statements. Good?
Yeah, but I'm not sure about C, actually.
C. Alan Titchmarsh. Well, you never know, and before we were able to tell you, we're going to have a word with the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these are the 4 statements, and next to them are Pete's answers. Barbara, has he achieved perfection again?
He's done very well. The only one I've got a question mark over in my mind is C.
Mel, are you a big Titchmarsh reader?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've got them all, yeah.
How's he done in this round?
I think he's done really well again. I'm not sure about D. I really just don't know about that one, so maybe that's wrong.
OK, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many you've got correct. Do you know, I think you're the first person in this series to actually get 2 all-correct rounds back-to-back, so that's some achievement in itself. Again, you don't allow the usual suspects even in with a sniff. You have achieved perfection, which is fantastic. Let's have a look at those answers, shall we? Tierra del Fuego is in South America. Absolutely true. It's the bottom tip, and it means land of fire, just as a matter of interest. The Queen's Silver Jubilee took place in 1977. Well, we now know that to be true. Trowel and Error is a book by Alan Titchmarsh. Despite the suspicions of the usual suspects, it turns out that that's true as well. And Les Paul was a pioneer of the electric guitar. So you did very, very well. It's a bit difficult to steal or get involved, really, isn't it, usual suspects, if he's going to carry on like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not letting us in.
Well, no, he's keeping up an amazing... I mean, you can't do better than be perfect, can you? You must be very pleased.
The wife will think I'm perfect now.
Is that what they never do, to be fair?
No.
Pete, as a result of that perfect performance, you've made the winning of the prize fund a lot easier. Let's have a look at the final board. And on the final board, 2 subject categories already chosen by you, and because you won the round, you've earned the right to choose the next 2 categories to add to that board. So which 2 do you fancy?
Oh, British pop.
British pop. And?
India.
India goes across and becomes the 4th of 6. Usual suspects, you're really only spectators at the moment, but we're going to switch you off now, but we'll see whether you get a look in round 3. Cheerio. Doing really well here, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm surprising myself.
What would your next 2 categories be looking at those if you
I might
get to
take
win
a
this
plump
thing?
at hymns.
Hymns.
and castles.
Hymns and castles you fancy for the next round? All right, well, look, by choosing your own categories, you're actually, you know, making winning the final that much easier. Ready to play the next round?
I am, sir.
Whilst you're on a roll, we might as well make the most of it, mightn't we? Let's play round 3. Your 45 seconds starts now. Vinnie Jones was head boy at his secondary school.
False.
False. The singer Billie Holiday was known as Lady Day.
Lady sings the blues. Possibly, yes. True.
True. The abbreviation WWW stands for World Wide Web.
True.
True. And finally, the 1916 Battle of the Somme took place in Belgium.
True.
True. And with a little over half your time left on the board, you've answered all 4 statements. What do you think? Have you done it again?
Well, the only one that I'm slightly concerned about is B, but I saw Lady Sings the Blues, and she certainly was a lady.
It's another really strong round for her. I'll tell you what, before we reveal how well you've done, it's time to bring back the usual suspects, see what they think. Mel, are you going to get a look in this time, or has he done it again?
I was thinking about doing it again, to be honest.
Really? Barbara?
Yeah, I agree.
Anthony?
Yeah, I totally agree. You're on fire, Pete.
Let's have a look. The moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. Ooh, Pete, you didn't manage perfection that time. You've let your enemies, the usual suspects, in on the game. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Pete's answers. You need to change just one of them. But which one?
Vinnie Jones.
I was thinking that one, but...
Head boy? I'd like to see the other kids if he's head boy.
Yeah, he had a reputation, didn't he, of being a bit of a lad. So, yeah, I think false is right on that.
I think it's the Billie Holiday one. I don't think it was Lady Day.
Okay, that might have been a song or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Should we change that?
Yeah.
I would go with that.
Can we change B from true to false, please, Nick?
You can. B
you.
changes from true to false, leaving A, C and D as Pete answered. Usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. Vinnie Jones was head boy at his secondary school. Is that true or false? It is false. We just made it up. We thought it might be funny. The singer Billie Holiday was known as Lady Day. This is a key one, isn't it? True or false? True.
It's D then.
Usual suspects. You have failed to achieve perfection. You failed to steal all the round. Can you still achieve perfection at home? Let's run through the rest of the answers and check for you, shall we? The abbreviation WWW stands for World Wide Web. True or false? True. The 1916 Battle of the Somme took place in Belgium. No, it didn't.
France?
Yeah, it was in France, so that is false. Usual suspects. Had you achieved perfection, you would now have the opportunity to make Pete's chances of winning the prize fund that much harder at the final. Let's have a look at the final board, which currently has 4 subjects on it chosen by Pete. Nobody managed to win round 3, meaning we have 2 blank spaces still to be filled. To fill those blank spaces, you will take it in turns to choose a category. Pete, you're the single player, so you get to choose first. What do you fancy?
Castles, please.
Castles go across. And usual suspects, this is the one choice that you get to try and trip Pete up in the final. So what's it going to be?
Go for him.
Yeah, we thought hymns. We can't see him going to church on a Sunday morning.
Lovely.
That my second choice.
Interesting. Hymns goes across into the final. We now know our 6 final categories. They are holidays, sporting trophies, British pop, India, castles and hymns. Usual suspects. Time to switch you off for the final time. We'll see you later. So, that's amazing. In the last round when I asked you, you said the 2 that you choose, castle and hymns. You got to choose castle yourself, and then they chose hymns for you.
Fantastic, aren't they?
It may interest you to know that the only other person to get 11 out of 12 statements right in the 3 rounds went on to win the money. So as signs go, that's a pretty good one.
Yes.
£4,000 at offer.
That's good.
It's time to play the final. Pete, this is the all-important final. If you can achieve perfection, you could be leaving with a prize fund of £4,000. If you fail, you'll be leaving with nothing, which would be great news for the usual suspects, as one of them could be playing for a rollover of £5,000 for the next game. Let's play the final round. Pete, here are your final 6 categories. They are holidays, sporting trophies, British pop, India, castles and hymns. You must answer all 6 statements correctly if you want to win the £4,000. Think carefully. There's no time limit, but once you've given an answer, your first answer, it will be locked in. You ready?
I am, Nick.
Let's reveal your first statement. Please tell me whether you believe it to be true or false. Holidays. Bank holidays began in the UK in the 16th century.
Well, they class Christmas as a bank holiday. And Christmas has been going longer than the 16th century, so I'll say false.
False. Sporting trophies. The Vince Lombardi Trophy is a basketball cup.
I'm not sure. I'll go true on that one, Nick.
True. British pop. Gary Kemp is a former member of Duran Duran.
That's false.
False. India. In India, lassi is a popular yogurt-based drink.
That's true.
True. Castles. Colditz Castle is in Poland.
It's either Poland or East Germany. I'll go false.
False. And finally, the only one chosen for you by the usual suspects, hymns. William Blake's words are used in the hymn Jerusalem.
That was our school song, and also true.
True. Pete, those answers are locked in. Remember, if there's one single mistake, you leave with nothing. Are you worried about any of them, or do you think you've completed a perfect rounding?
The B is a complete guess.
Well, let's bring back the usual suspects and see what they have to say. Usual suspects, you can now see the final 6 statements, and next to them are Pete's answers. Pete, your answers are locked in and you can't change them by yourself, but if you think you have made a mistake, you can unlock the board with the help of the usual suspects. This will, however, come at a cost. Usual suspects, I'm now going to ask you to tell me how well you think Pete has done, if you want to help, and if you do, how much it will cost. Remember, all of you, you can't refer to any of the statements specifically. Pete, who would you like to hear from first?
Mel.
Mel.
Hi, Pete. I think you've done all right, actually, but I can't come and help you because I'm just not sure on a couple of them, so I wish you all the best, but I'm sorry, I'm not helping you.
Barbara?
There's one that's got a niggle in the back of my mind, but not enough for me to be confident, so I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Barbara's ruled herself out as well.
Anthony.
Hi, Pete. There are 3 which I know the answer to. There are 3 which I would genuinely be guessing at. And the prize fund at the moment, if we split the prize fund, it's not as much as I would be hoping to play for, so I'm going to rule myself out.
That's very clear and very honest, I think.
Yes, fine, that's fine. I'm willing to go it alone.
OK, Pete, well, none of the usual suspects want to come down. You want to go it alone anyway. £4,000 at stake, 6 answers away. Let's find out if you've achieved perfection. If the statement turns green, it's true. If it turns red, it's false. Let's start at the top, shall we? Bank holidays began in the UK in the 16th century. You said that's false. To get a nice start here, you need it to turn red. Is it true or false? It is false. Bank holidays were originally designated in 1871. OK, B. Now, this is the one that you said you weren't sure about, wasn't it? OK, well, let's skip that one then, because it's always more entertaining to do that, isn't it? C. Gary Kemp is a former member of Duran Duran. You said that was false. Any particular reason? Were you a fan?
No, I'm not a fan, but he was in the other band, the other new wave band.
Is it true or false? It is false. Spandau Ballet is who you're thinking of.
Spandau Ballet,
yeah. Was and is currently as well. In India, lassi is a popular yogurt-based drink. You need it to turn green. Is it true or false? It's true. Halfway to £4,000 going it alone. So, next one. Colditz Castle is in Poland. You said false because you thought it might be in Germany.
Germany.
Well, you need this to turn red. Is it true or false? It is false. It is, in fact, in Germany. You're absolutely right. 4 out of 6. OK. F. William Blake's words are used in the hymn Jerusalem. If it turns red, you're going home with nothing. If it turns green, you are one away from £4,000. Is it true or false?
Yes.
It's true. How do you feel now?
Bit nervous.
11 of the 12 answers you gave in the first 3 rounds were correct. 5 of the 6 answers here are correct. You only need 1 more to be right, and you're walking out of here with £4,000. So we come back to the one you were worried about. B, the Vince Lombardi Trophy is a basketball cup. You're not sure about this one, are you?
No, I'm going to take up basketball if I lose this.
Are you?
Yeah, well, watch it on telly.
You said true. If it is true, it will turn green. And everyone else will turn green with envy because you'll be walking out of here with £4,000. If it turns red, you'll be leaving here with nothing. So here we go. The Vince Lombardi Trophy is a basketball cup. Is it true or false for £4,000? It's false. American football, Super Bowl winners.
I've heard the name, but...
American, yeah. That's a bit of a disaster, isn't it, really? You got really close all the way through. It all came down to that final one. Pete, I'm afraid you didn't manage perfection, and so you won't be going home with any cash. Usual suspects, that's good news for you. The prize fund rolls over to the next game, where one of you could be playing for a total of £5,000. You must be very pleased about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry for Pete, though.
He played very well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, that's
Difficult
about
ball.
as close as you can get without actually winning, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
However, Pete, you failed to achieve perfection, which means you go home with nothing. You enjoyed playing?
I've had a fabulous time, yeah.
We've really enjoyed having you. Pete, everybody, thank you. Well, it's now time to meet the next usual suspect, hoping to play perfection today. Usual suspect, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Steve. I'm a decorator from Wrexham.
Hello, Steve. How you doing?
I'm not bad, Nick. How's yourself?
Yeah, very good, thank you very much. Proper decorator. Everybody thinks they can decorate, but it's a proper skill, isn't it?
Well, it's served me well for the last 30 years anyway.
All right, Steve, welcome to the game. Best of luck to you. And best of luck to you all now as we find out which one of you will be randomly picked to play perfection. Steve, it's you. You've been chosen to play perfection. Steve, welcome to the game.
Thank you.
Here's the good news. As nobody has won the past 4 games, the prize fund currently stands at £5,000. OK, so you take that back to Wrexham. What's it going to be spent on?
Well, my son's a big fan of Formula 1.
Is he?
Yeah. Balks at me when I sort of say it's scale electric for men, but I'd like to treat him to a decent trip to one of those if he was lucky enough to win.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like the Monaco or something like that.
And I might even get enough left for a new set of golf clubs, but you're asking the wrong person because the wife's the auditor.
Oh, so but she'll decide whether you get a set of golf clubs or not.
They'll come tumbling down if I get to take the wheel.
Yeah, trust me, that means you're not getting a set of golf clubs.
Thank you.
OK, 3 rounds of the final to come. Usual suspects. We're going to switch you off for now, so you can't see or hear anything. But as soon as Steve makes a mistake, you'll be back in the game. And away they go. Steve, you can now talk through your answers without giving away any vital knowledge.
OK.
Should we get started?
Yes, please.
Let's play perfection. Your 45 seconds starts now. Harry Potter's younger sister is called Ginny.
True.
True. The Edinburgh Festival takes place in April.
False.
False. Josiah Wedgwood was a famous furniture maker.
False.
False. And finally, the Canary Islands are in the Atlantic Ocean.
True.
True. And with plenty of time to spare, you've answered all 4 statements. How do you think that went?
A couple of guesses. You'd think you'd know more about Harry Potter, but as I've not seen any of the films or read any of the books, that's a guess.
OK, well, before we reveal how well you've done, it's time to bring back the usual suspects. Now, don't forget, they can hear what you're saying. So, usual suspects. These were the 4 statements, and next to them are Steve's answers. Mel, how's he done?
I know he's got A wrong. I've got 2 daughters, so I've seen all the Harry Potter films.
Anyway, Steve, the moment of truth, you need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many you've got correct. 3 out of the 4. Steve, unfortunately, you have failed to achieve perfection. You have now let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Steve's answers. You need to change just one of them. But which one?
It's definitely A. She's a Weasley.
Is she?
Yeah, she's not a Potter.
Right. So we're changing...
From true to false, please, on A.
OK, A changes from true to false. B, C and D remain as Steve answered. OK, usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. If the statement turns green, it's true. If it turns red, it's false. Harry Potter's younger sister is called Ginny. True or false? It's false. Ginny is a Weasley, as you so rightly pointed out, besides which Harry Potter is an only child.
Yeah.
So, the Edinburgh Festival takes place in April. True or false? False. It's usually around August, in actual fact. Josiah Wedgwood was a famous furniture maker. You said false, and it is false. Pottery designer, obviously. And the Canary Islands are in the Atlantic Ocean. True or false? It is, of course, true. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. Dear, oh dear, Steve. They've stolen the round. Usual suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Steve's chances of winning the prize fund much harder in the final. And here's how. Steve, this is your final board appearing. These 6 blank spaces need to be filled with subject categories. Here are your final round categories. Let's take a look at them. Ranging through World War II, children's books, rock singers, Star Wars and Sherlock Holmes and a few more in between. Because the usual suspects stole the round from you, they choose the 2 categories, hoping to make the final harder for you to win. So, usual suspects, which 2 categories do you think will trip Steve up in the final?
Children's books?
I did think that, and folk songs, I thought.
I'm thinking Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. He might be a big Star Wars fan, though.
You don't know.
You don't know.
You never know.
Quite specific, isn't it?
Should we say children's books based
Children's,
on this?
yeah, we'll go children's books as one, please, Nick.
Children's books goes across to be the first of the 6.
So what
and
about
then?
I think folk songs.
He doesn't look like a Morris man or anything, does he? So
No.
Like
We'll go for folk songs, please.
Folk songs becomes the 2nd. Thank you very much. Well done, usual suspects. You won the first round. It's time to switch you off, but we'll see you again in round 2. Steve, with the usual suspects gone. What do you think the 2 they chose for? Now, they decided children's books in general because you didn't know Harry Potter. That's not necessarily true, is it? You got kids?
Yep.
So you must have read some children's books to them at some stage.
It's a while ago. Necky's 27.
Is he really? Okay, fair enough. Folk songs?
No.
No. All right, well, Steve, it's only the first round. You still have 2 more rounds to find perfection. Should we play the next round?
Yes, please.
Here comes round 2. Your 45 seconds starts now. The Thornbirds is largely set in Australia.
Yeah, that's true.
True. The golfer Phil Mickelson is known as Lefty.
False.
False. Mahatma Gandhi studied law in London.
True.
True. And finally, Alfred Hitchcock was over 100 when he died.
False.
False. Again, with almost half your time on the clock, you've got through all 4 statements and answered them all. How do you feel about that one?
A little bit more comfortable with that. Funnily enough, I do play a lot of golf, and I know Mickelson's a left-hander, but I've never heard that term applied to him.
OK, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Steve's answers. Anthony, how's he done?
I'm not sure about B. I know Phil Mickelson is a left-hander. I'm sure about that, but I've never heard him called Lefty before.
Yeah, no, that's what Steve was saying. Barbara?
I don't know about golf, but I'm ready to take your word on that. So the rest, I think he's got right.
Achieved perfection, has he, Mel? Or...
Yes, I think he might have done it.
All right, they seem to have confidence in you. The moment of truth, Steve. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. 3 out of the 4. That's not perfection, and that's what you need to achieve on this show. You've now let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Steve's answers. You need to change just one. But which one?
A is definitely correct.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that,
For what I know about that.
What about
Yes.
C? Do you think that's right?
I think so.
On D, I don't think Hitchcock reached 100.
No,
I don't think
he was
that's...
quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
So, wasn't
Yeah.
he? It was very old.
So it'll have to be B. That was your
Let's
gut
go for
instinct,
B.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go for B.
Yeah,
Yes.
can we change B from false to true, please?
You can. B changes from false to true, leaving A, C and D as Steve first answered. The usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. The Thornbirds is largely set in Australia. True or false? Yes, of course it is true. On a sheep farm. The golfer Phil Mickelson is known as Lefty. True or false? Actually, true, despite the fact that the 2 golf fans there had actually not heard the term. The other thing that's interesting about him, he's got a left-handed swing, but he's right-handed in every other respect.
Really? I
Which is
didn't know
really,
that.
really odd. But anyway, Mahatma Gandhi studied law in London. True or false? Yep, that's true, and you know where this is going now, don't you, usual suspects? Alfred Hitchcock was over 100, but he died. True or false? It's false. Congratulations, you have achieved perfection. ODSD, the usual suspects have succeeded where you failed and they've stolen the round. Usual suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Steve's chances of winning the prize for under £5,000 much harder. Let's see the final board. And on there are 2 subjects chosen already by you, the usual suspects, children's books and folk songs. Because you won the round, you've earned the right to choose the next 2 categories to add to the board as well. So which 2 do you fancy?
I think Star Wars.
We'll give it a try.
Pot looking at
Star Wars
Star
goes across.
Yeah.
And
What about the other? US cities.
I think that's a bit vast, isn't it?
It is vast.
You gave me Star Wars.
US cities,
US
please.
cities.
Us
US
women always
cities
get
goes
one way.
across. Leslie, congratulations, usual suspects. You won the second round. It's time to switch you off and we'll see you in round 3. Steve, with the usual suspects gone, Star Wars. Do you remember Star Wars?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that, yeah. Old enough to remember those.
All right, look, you still have one more chance to find perfection and choose your own categories for the final. If you're ready, we'll press on.
Thanks.
Let's play round 3. Your 45 seconds starts now. A zither is a stringed instrument.
True.
True. Ronald Reagan won a Best Actor Oscar.
True.
True. Didier Drogba plays football for Cameroon.
Well, that's false. He plays for the Ivory
False.
Coast.
And finally, Johnny Vegas's real name is Johnny Blackpool.
No, I can't have that, Nick. False.
False. And with time to spare, you've answered all 4. OK, how do you think you've done?
B's a bit suspect. I'm pretty confident of the other ones.
All right, well, before we reveal exactly how well you've done...
I don't remember whether it was Reagan or the monkey that won the Oscar.
well, we'll find out in a short while, but first we'll have a chat to the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these are the 4 statements, and next to them are Steve's answers. Anthony, has he achieved perfection?
I think you've done really well there. I think it's perfection, that, Steve.
Wow.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah, well done.
The moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. I wonder whether you've done it this time. Let's find out how many are correct. Three out of the 4, Steve. Not quite perfection. And as a result, you've let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game again. Usual suspects, can you steal the round again? You can see Steve's answers. You need to change one. Which one?
OK, C and D, he's got those right. Drogba plays for Ivory Coast. Johnny Vegas' real name definitely isn't Johnny Blackpool.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit.
Yeah.
B,
Zither
Ronald
is
Reagan
right.
might have won a Best Supporting.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
but I bet he didn't get Best Actor.
So
There's definitely a...
Is it? Well, we'll go with B then.
So it's got to be B.
So it's got to be
B.
B.
B, please. True to false from that, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Speed
you.
changes from true to false, leaving A, C and D as answered by Steve. Usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. A zither is a stringed instrument. True or false? Yep, it's true. Ronald Reagan won a Best Actor Oscar. This, the key one, is that true or false? It is false. Never even nominated. Didier Drogba plays football for Cameroon. You know where this is going now. True or false? Absolutely false. Where did you say it was, Anthony?
Ivory Coast.
Absolutely right, Ivory Coast. Johnny Vegas' real name is Johnny Blackpool. It looked like nobody was having that. True or false? False. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. Have you ever heard of Michael Pennington? That's Johnny Vegas' real name. There you go. Steve, the usual suspects have succeeded again where you failed and they've stolen the round again.
Stuck on 3, Nick, again.
Yes, that's true. Usual suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Steve's chances of winning the prize fund harder. Well, about as hard as it can get, really. Let's have a look at the board. 4 subjects already on there, and because you won the round, you get the right to choose the last 2 subject categories as well. Which 2 do you want, usual suspects?
What about theatre? Do you reckon he goes theatre much?
Ah, absolutely love it, darling.
Shall we?
Shell.
Yeah. We'll go for theatre, please.
Theatre goes across, despite your best efforts to convince them that you actually love it. And
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
I'll go with you.
Please.
yes, Sherlock Holmes goes across. There you go. We now know our 6 final categories. They are children's books, folk songs, Star Wars, US cities, theatre, and Sherlock Holmes. OK, guys, time to switch you off for now, but we'll see you soon. And away they go. What do you reckon? Are you a big theatre lovey?
You leave the lovey out of it, but, you know, I've had experience.
OK. Look, Steve, it's for £5,000.
Yeah, nice sum.
Your lad's trip to a Formula 1 Grand Prix somewhere around the world is on the line.
Yep.
It's time to play the final. Steve, this is the all-important final. If you can achieve perfection, you could be leaving with a prize fund of £5,000 and your boy could be going to a Grand Prix somewhere around the world. If you fail, you'll be leaving with nothing. He won't be going to a Grand Prix, but it will be great news for the usual suspects, as one of them could be playing for a rollover of £6,000 on the next game. In each of your rounds, you scored 3 out of 4. If you score 5 out of 6 here, you're going home with nothing. You need an absolutely perfect final.
Right you are.
Can you do that?
I'll give him a best shot. May need to find a friend amongst those 3.
Perhaps, or you might manage to carry it off all on your own. I'll tell you what, let's play the final round. Steve, here are your final 6 categories. They are children's books, folk songs, Star Wars, US cities, theatre and Sherlock Holmes. You must answer all 6 statements correctly if you want to win the £5,000. Think carefully. No time limit, but once you've given your answer, your first answer, it'll be locked in. Ready?
Fine.
Let's reveal your first statement. Please tell me whether you believe it to be true or false. Children's books. Emma Thompson's father created the Mr. Men books.
True.
True. Folk songs. The song Dirty Old Town was written about Dublin.
I think that's true as well.
True. Star Wars. James Earl Jones provided the voice of Darth Vader.
True.
True. US cities. Chicago is the state capital of Illinois.
True.
True. Theatre. And Inspector Calls is a play by J.B. Priestley.
True.
True. And finally, Sherlock Holmes. The Reichenbach Falls are fictional.
False.
False. Steve, those answers are now locked in. Remember, if you've made one single mistake, you leave with nothing. Which ones are you unsure of?
A's.
A?
Not based on any knowledge.
Uh-huh.
F, mainly because I'd said so many truths there.
You felt it was time to go for a false?
Which was probably the wrong reasoning, but... I was trying desperately to think of another capital of Illinois.
Well, look, let's bring back the usual suspects and see what they have to say. Usual suspects, you can now see the final 6 statements, and next to them are Steve's answers. Remember, all of you, you can't refer to any of the statements specifically. Steve, your answers are locked in. You can't change them by yourself, but if you think you've made a mistake, you can unlock them with the help of the usual suspects. This will, however, come at a cost. So who would you like to speak to first?
I'd like to ask Barbara her thoughts, please.
Barbara.
I think you've done pretty well there. There is one that I'm not totally sure, but I'm not sure enough to be able to advise you.
So are you ruling yourself out?
I'm ruling myself out.
OK.
Mel?
Yeah, unfortunately, I only know for definite that you've got 2 right. The rest, I really don't know, so I wouldn't be any much use to you, I'm sorry, but I wish you well anyway.
Thanks anyway.
2 definitely out.
Anthony?
Hi, Steve. Credit where it's due, mate. I think you've done perfection there. I think you've got them all right.
So we're not tempting you down, then?
I wouldn't change any of them.
He's bluffing.
Really, genuinely wouldn't change any of them.
He's bluffing.
You think he's bluffing, do you?
He's bluffing.
He's bluffing. Well, look, that would appear to me that negotiations are over. None of them want to come down either because they can't help you or secretly won't help you, but either way, they're not coming down to help. So you're on your own. £5,000 at stake, 6 answers away. Let's find out if you've achieved perfection. Right, where shall we start? Well, let's start at the top, shall we? Emma Thompson's father created the Mr. Men books. You said true. To get off to a good start, we need this to turn green. Was that based on any knowledge or not?
Not at all. It was a guess.
It was. OK. We need this to turn green. Is it true or false? It's false. Roger Hargreaves, actually, was the creator. Emma Thompson's father is associated with a magic roundabout.
All right.
Oh, what a shame, but that's, I mean, kicked off straight at the start there, Steve. I'm afraid you failed to achieve...
Well, it's quick,
perfection. Yes, but if you're going to be put out of your misery, then at least it happens nice and quickly. I wonder how you're doing at home. Have you achieved perfection? We'll press on through the rest and find out, shall we? The song Dirty Old Town was written about Dublin. You said true. We need this to turn green. Is it true or false? False. Written about Salford.
Really?
Oddly enough. OK, moving on. James Earl Jones provided the voice of Darth Vader. Is that true or false? We want this to turn green. It is absolutely true. Chicago is the state capital of Illinois. Is that true or false? That's false as well.
Disaster.
It's Springfield, which most people only think actually appears in The Simpsons. Yeah, but in actual fact, is the state capital of Illinois. 1 out of 4 so far. We could do with a couple more corrects here, couldn't you? An Inspector Calls is a play by J.B. Priestley. Is that true or false? It is true. It'd be nice to even this up. 3 right, 3 wrong, wouldn't it? Go home with a 50-50. All right, the Ruckaback Falls are fictional. True or false? It is false. They are a series of falls that actually exist in Switzerland. So, well, in the end there, you know, it's not ideal in as much as you didn't achieve perfection, which means that you don't go home with anything, but at least you end up 50-50 on it.
50-50. As we expected.
Well, it was, you know, as you went through it, it was, I think it was fairly apparent to you they were tough and you had to take some guesses. Yeah, well, I think a lot of that's to do with not actually choosing your own categories and having them chosen for you. Anyway, usual suspects, very good news for you. The prize fund rolls over to the next game where one of you could be playing for a total of £6,000. It's getting very big money, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yes, OK. Steve, you failed to achieve perfection, which means you go home with nothing. Hope you've enjoyed playing.
Yeah.
Only here briefly, straight in, straight out.
It was good fun while it lasted.
You enjoyed it. All right, smashing. Steve, thank you very much. Steve, everybody. That's all we have time for. Please join us next time when our usual suspects have the chance to play again, this time for £6,000. But remember, on this show, we only pay for perfection. Goodbye.
Improvisation is the name of the game, with Hugh Dennis playing fast and loose at 10 o'clock this evening. Next, it's the end of the week, so there can only be one winner on the Antiques Road Trip.